The reason I became a middle school leader was because in middle school I had the toughest time. I was teased for being a bigger guy, and I had one of the roughest times in 6th grade. Well, when I went up to OGN for the first time, which is it's a apologetics, evangelism teaching course where you go there for a week and then you also go out and practice and evangelize. And so when I went up there for the first time, went up with Jason Dennison, who was the high school pastor at the time. Boy, did I make him work just ever so much. He was constantly trying to comfort me, trying to get me to calm down. I was very emotional, very just scared, and had knots in my stomach all the time when we go out to evangelize.
He hadn't been away from home before, so that alone was a lot of work. Trying to get him not to run home from Point Loma. Going out on the streets, ministering to people, you know, talking to people about your faith that you've never met before, I mean, that's a daunting experience.
Every night I would call my mom, and she would come up it's only 20 minutes away, but she would come up every night, and I think for a few times I begged to go home.
He, I guess, was very nervous up there, and he called me about 5, 6 times a day, just crying, and I had to go up there at night and kind of console him, and he wanted to come home, and I said, no, Ben, this is going to be great, just kind of stick it out. And we felt bad because Jason had the brunt of it, basically. He had to put up with Ben crying, but it was in the end it was a great experience for him. He came back and he had grown a bunch, and then he wanted to go again.
When I became a middle school leader was 2 years ago. The middle school pastor at the time asked me to come on a camp with him because he needed help. And so I said, yeah, sure. And not expecting that the next 2 years would be filled with middle schoolers. I went there, and one of the kids was, again, a lot like me. He was homesick, and he was crying a lot of times. He was in the room that I was in. And I got to comfort him, and really not knowing how to be a leader at first, the first time I've ever, done something like this, and God kind of threw that kid at me. And so that experience really, ever since, I just wanted to get involved.
It's been so neat to see the growth in him over the past couple of years with him being the leader in the middle school group. Brian and I just get really humbled at people coming up to us and saying what a difference he's making with the kids in middle school. And Ben was teased a lot as a kid, so he can really relate to the kids at that age.
And that's what I wanted to ultimately provide for these middle school kids. It's a place where they can come and not have to hold back themselves from who they are and from us, because we're totally willing to take them as they are.